Set to get this one going. And off we go from Jacksonville. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
Let's go. Lucy.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Bortles. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Steps away to his left, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And that is going to be incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll fake it. Now Smith being chased out left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's third down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at about the 14. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. He got 29 yards that time. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. Throwing now is Bortles. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Bortles to throw on second down. Flushed out right. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch for it. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Flush to his right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And Peterson in week 3 against Green Bay, he woke back up 120 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Man, I think what you're alluding to is how his season began, right? We go back to the Arizona game to start things off at Arizona. 96 yards and a touchdown. Week 2, only 20 yards on the ground. Indianapolis bottled him up. And then he explodes against Green.
And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 42 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Smith. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Smith throwing again. Dancing to his left. And he's got room. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Miles Jack in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
Hey, 52. Liz.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. It's brought in by Dodson. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A gain of 12 on 4th and 10, just enough for the conversion. And defensively, an opportunity slips away. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. They give it to Peterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith escaping the pressure right. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Bortles. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Green 80. Green 80.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Nice 39, Lucy.
Bortles now on 1st down. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Chark's got it, left side. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Hank. Green 80.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Bortles. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Lambo on for the extra point. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Smith now to throw. The left side is complete to Reed. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a critical.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malik Jackson forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Here's Smith on third down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Bortles will try again on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Third touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Double.
Now a former Seminole. This is Chris Thompson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Smith. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down. Unsuccessful. 4th down now. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right on the 30. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Bortles now on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, here's Smith. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Smith. Buying time to his left. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And the Jags grab it. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble.
Lucy. Green 80.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the night. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
To throw on second down is Smith. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Washington. 54 yards. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Now he's flushed out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Ioannidis in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Green 80. Green 80.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Bandit. Bandit.
Green is up. Green is up.
To throw, it's Bortles. The 20. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Here's Bortles to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars continue to roll.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off.